Yo. What is up? What is up? It is me. It is Key, and I am back. I'm in the building with another live stream, y'all. Welcome to the 7200 Seconds Sports Podcast with the hottest topics in 7200 seconds. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? Hopefully, y'all had a good, productive day. But we about to break down everything that's been going down this past 2 days or so with NFL, recapping what happened in last week's games and some trades and some stuff that went down today. But I will be joined in by a few folks. Coach Donte will not be on with me tonight. He is having technical difficulties with his laptop, but I will be joined by D from the Spotlight Sports Raiders Talk in the Spotlight Sports Network, and also Tayrock from Tayrock Talking Sports will be joining me. But what is going on, y'all? What is going on? Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. As always, the Spotlight Sports Network, Key in the building. We're on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you drop us a like. But how are y'all doing on this fine Tuesday evening? I know it's World Series time, and the preview for that game. Let me get some scores for y'all right now. It is in the top of the fifth, the bottom of the fifth. The Braves are up 6-0, y'all. And it looks like the Braves will finally win the World Series. Back in the World Series, they will win it. It's bottom of the fifth right now. Things could change, but as of right now, the bottom of the fifth, the Braves are up 6-0, and they're in Houston, and the Braves could take this home because they're leading the series 3-2. Chef B, what is going on? Appreciate you here. Make sure you come on in and smash that like. But yeah, we're here again. We're gonna break it down, talk about some NFL news. Breaking news out of Vegas. Henry Ruggs III was involved in a car accident, charged with DUI. Doesn't look good. He's okay, but there was another party involved, and unfortunately that person did not survive. So he's going to be charged with DUI. It may possibly be more, but in Vegas, that's jail time, like a felony B, I think they call it, which could come to 2 or 20 years jail time. But I got Tayrock Talking Sports up here, waiting to come in. What's going on, Tayrock?
What's going on? Hey, what's going on, everybody?
We're just talking about the whole Henry Ruggs situation, unfortunate tragedy that happened over there in Vegas. What do you think about that?
I feel like some of these players, they put themselves in situations they don't have to be in. I feel like he could have been drunk or high, driving. It's not good to drive like that, especially speeding. If you're going to do like that, be mellow with it, because even when you're speeding, when you're sober, you still can get into an accident and lose your life. Look at Paul Walker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, some people you got to understand, when you're intoxicated, whoever was around him should have stopped him from doing whatever he was about to drive. Somebody should have, whoever his friends or his family was, should have stopped him from doing that, or said, no, we'll get an Uber, or I'll take you home, or whatever. Somebody else drive the car. I feel like that's a step back in the career, in the situation, because you put yourself in a bad situation. Now you got a DUI.
Possibly could get charged for something else. I think either homicide, particular homicide, or whatever could go down. I feel like this. And he's still a young kid too, 22, 23. Highlighted a career. He just started getting acclimated with the Raiders offense. Now that Gruden left, they open up the playbook more for him. It's just crazy. I feel like you in Vegas and you a celebrity. Me personally, if I had millions, I would not be driving. No. I would have somebody driving me. Okay. So I wouldn't drive nowhere. Mello _213. Appreciate you in here. He said, in my opinion, he's the idiot for doing that. Damian, what's going on? Money and fame will ruin your life, especially if you're in Vegas. Charging him with a DUI resulting in death is what the charge is for Chef B. I just feel like he basically manslaughter. I just feel like he made a bad decision. If you're gonna, and here's my thing, it's game week. You probably got practice tomorrow. Why are you drinking? What?
And plus if you are drinking, why are you not in the house?
Right. That's what I really feel like. If I'm going to drink, I'm going to be in the house, and I'm going to be, in the confines of my own home. So he was on his way from Top Golf. This is messed up. Oh wow.
See, he could. What's crazy? I'd rather hear a story about him being drunk, missing practice, than him being in a situation like this.
Oh, the Raiders didn't have practice. Okay.
I'm just saying, I'd rather have him being drunk saying he missed practice instead of him being drunk and then making the situation as bad as it is.
Exactly. I mean, but either way, it's all tragedy. Thank God that nothing more serious happened to him.
Yeah.
Prayers and thoughts goes out to the victim and Henry Ruggs as well. I'm sure he's probably, after everything, he sobered up, was probably like, oh my God. I know he probably feel like crap right now.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to wait and see what the league's going to do, what everything else is going to do. But this hurts the Raiders more than anything because, like I said, Ruggs was that up-and-coming receiver, him, Waller. Now Edwards, I think he's going to get more touches now. Now, Deshaun Jackson got waived from the Rams. Do Vegas pursue him?
It's a possibility.
Because there's really no other receivers. I mean, they could have went out and got a Brandon Cooks. I know Darius Slayton, he's out there, but to me, he stinks for the Giants, and plus he's hurt. That wide open catch, y'all seen him drop against, I forget who he played, but no, that was ridiculous. You should catch that. But now they gotta rely on Zay Jones.
Yeah, because they now need somebody that could speed, that need somebody for that deep threat. Because Henry Fields was good for that deep threat with that speed. So they lose that. That kind of like, how can I put it? Dilutes their offense.
I mean, the guy Zay Jones is pretty good. I mean, he's pretty fast and he can do the deep ball, but it wasn't nothing like Ruggs because Ruggs had one of the fastest 40 times.
He was like what Marquise Brown means to the to the Ravens.
Exactly. You got Renfro, but Renfro don't got that speed. But just like D said, you gotta wait till the waiver wire is clear. Well, we'll see with the Raiders. Hopefully, this doesn't scoring them too bad, but definitely Ruggs will be missed. The show still goes on. I know y'all got to prepare for the Giants, which should be a very winnable game for the Raiders. But we'll get into that. But more news, some trades that go down. Melvin Ingram to KC from the Steelers.
Yeah.
How do you think KC's going to do since because they stink on defense? Do this help them out a little bit?
No. No, their defense still going to stink. Because I feel like this. The only reason why their defense looks so good because their offense was great. Yeah, and then they see that their offense not that good. Then they sure their defense is getting exposed. Because when Mahomes putting up 30, 40 points, their defense ain't got to play as much. And when your offense not working as good, then your defense really got to play. It's showing that they're really not that good of a defense. It's really showing now. It's like.
Do you think the NFL has finally caught up to catch on to the Chiefs now?
I don't think it's really NFL caught up to them. I think people just scheming better towards them. Like, because at first when Mahomes first came, ain't nobody really know how to take him the first couple of years. Now that people has played against them, they can scheme better, and like the film they could dissect the film more because everybody's saying they figured out Lamar Jackson after the first year, but now this man passing. But you didn't see that before. So now you got to look at more film of this man passing because now you got to figure out how but Mahomes, you already knew he could pass. So it's like now certain teams know how to play them where to the point where Mahomes doesn't look as powerful as he did before. Right, because
I feel like he's throwing more picks than he did last year this year than last year.
Then we got 7.
I think the crazy part is he had 7 all year last year. Now he has 7, and but I mean I feel like the defenses has put better scheming towards them now. You still got to worry about Tyreek Hill. He's still a deep ball threat. You still got to worry about Kelsey. They run a game, no Hilaire.
He'll be back next week.
Oh, Hilaire comes back.
Because they said after the game last night when I was watching the game, they said he couldn't play today because they had to make sure he get off of IR first. That's because he can't take him out the IR after Monday, so he's off of IR now. Because I actually had him in my fantasy league, but I thought he was going to be injured for the rest of the year, so I dropped him and picked somebody else up that I could use. But now that he coming back, I'm like, dang, I should have never did that. But now he coming back, just like I had Ruggs, but now I can't use Ruggs no more. I had Ruggs in my work league, but I can't use him no more now. So I'm like, that's the thing about football. Somebody will get hurt every game, but I just look at it like now, once somebody new come into the league and like a high power wide receiver or running back or quarterback, once a full 2 years, about a year or two go past, once people really see you, they know how to play against you. Like speaking of it, like Derrick Henry, everybody know what he's going to do, but he's just one of those type of one of the generation players that's just hard to stop.
Right.
Like he's coming up the gut. He might bounce out to the outside, but that's all he really does. It's nothing really tricky with their running plays. You could throw 8 in the box, he's still gonna get through some type of way.
And he always stiff arming somebody, whether it be from Buffalo. We all saw Josh Norman last year get smushed. I'm
not even speaking on him because he's a 49er right now. I'm glad Derrick Henry. I just don't want Derrick Henry. I'm glad he hurt, so he don't have to do that to him this year. Being able to play him.
Oh, but no, Chef B says he got a pick in every game. Wow, he had a pick in every game so far.
Who, Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's a crazy stat. But they still dynamic on the offensive side. Still got Hardman. Still got again Kelsey, Tyreek Hill. They still can be dangerous. Mahomes is dangerous if he uses his feet. But but is Kansas? Do you think Kansas City makes the playoffs?
Wild card. I seen them making a wild card, and I don't see them going past this divisional. I really don't see them going past this divisional. And if they do. If they make it past the divisional, it's going to be like a last second field goal in like a tight game. That's the only way I see them going past the division. The only way. But it all depends who they matched up against. See,
I just don't trust their defense though.
Now the only reason why I say this is because if Derrick Henry was not hurt, I had the Titans beating them in the playoffs if they made it. I had the Titans beating them. Now, if Derrick Henry's hurt, I got Buffalo. Because you got to think about it. If it wasn't for Derrick Henry running the way he did against Buffalo, Buffalo wouldn't have lost that game.
Right. So
don't get me wrong, AP good, but he ain't no Derrick Henry. And he's much older too. So it's not like he's gonna put up the numbers. Now he capable of doing maybe 1 or 2 games, but I don't think he could do a full season like Derrick Henry.
Right. Yeah, because what AP about 36, 37? He up there in age though.
Yeah, he up there. Most running backs don't even be in the league at that age.
Right. But AP still got some juice left. We'll see what he did. He's not a Derrick Henry, but he will, and that was another topic. We know AP going to Tennessee. Of course, we all know Derrick Henry went down. Now, do you think Tennessee is putting a lot on Derrick Henry? Do you think why? I'm not saying he's injury prone, but do you think he can get worn out by the time because he's 27, 28, by the time he's in his 30s? Do you think that's going to die down?
Probably because he's getting a lot of wear and tear on his body. They give him the ball almost 25, 30 times a game. That's why a lot of running backs don't last that long. That's why a lot of teams got a two-headed running back, so your main star don't get burnt down so fast. A lot of people don't understand that running back position when you're playing in the NFL, you get hit a lot. You got to make a lot of moves. Once you get older, your body doesn't heal the same. It doesn't move the same as you get older. Trust me, Father Times waits for no one.
Right.
Like, especially in the NFL. Basketball players can do it a little longer because they're not taking as much contact. But when you're getting hit on a daily basis and people know you're the prime person that's going to get the ball, everybody's gunning for you every type of way. So I say by the time he in, it's like maybe 31, 32, I don't think he would be I think he'll still be dominant, but not the dominant Derrick Henry we know today.
So you think Tennessee should get a 1-2 punch like we see most of these teams that have a 1-2 tandem, like over there in Cleveland? You got Hunt, you got Chubb. Arizona, you got Edmonds and Connor. That's a good little duo. You got Jonathan Taylor and Naheem Hines, and apparently Marlon Mack staying. So they got a 3-headed monster over there. You think they should add someone else to help out Derrick Henry?
Yeah, I think they should at least get somebody else. See, if Mark Ingram ain't go to back to New Orleans, I would have picked him up to come over to the Titans too. Because if you give Mark Ingram enough time, he can actually still run the ball. As you can see when he went back to New Orleans, he's actually running the ball pretty good.
He went back there and then like nothing happened.
Exactly. So before that was somebody like that, or
I honestly thought that Tennessee was going to go get a Marlon Mack, but they probably didn't want him to go in the same division. But that would have been a nice little one too. Marlon Mack and Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
I would have took that. But I guess maybe Marlon, they see something they don't want to let go, or maybe you let Nyheim Hines go instead of Mack. Maybe you trade him off. I think I like Mack over Hines anyway.
Yeah.
Look at Dallas. They got Tony Pollard and Zeke. Even though I think Tony Pollard's the better back. I always keep saying that.
But Hines is a better receiving back, and that's what Tennessee is missing.
Right.
They get Hines with Derrick Henry. Plus, Hines can run the ball, but when you got a receiving back that's fast, say they put both of them in the backfield. If Derrick Henry blocking for me, I'm going to love that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. He's like a linebacker playing running back. Put me in the backfield and tell Derrick Henry to block. What? I might mess around. He hit one block. I might mess around, run past him because I know I got the rest of the field to myself. Basically, how I was when I remember the Titans' last play when Sunshine was blocking for the other quarterback and he scored.
Yep. Exactly. But I think they should go out and get another receiver because Julio Jones ain't it. He can't stay on the field.
I would have never even named that.
Tennessee's going to be this. Tennessee going to be that. We got Julio. No.
I wasn't hyped for that trade because I knew it wasn't going to be nothing. I wasn't even shocked that it happened. I said this is about to be Atlanta all over again. Where he might have one good game, and next you know you don't see him for the next 5 or 6.
Right. Like he got in one game, and after I think has he played this season? Was it one he got in? 2?
I feel like the first time he had the chance to leave Atlanta, he should have left.
Right.
He should have left. He had so many offers on the table, but he stayed. If he'd have left years ago, I feel like his career would have came back. But since he stayed so long, now you're injury prone. You're injured. It could be a 1st and 10. You're injured by 3rd and 4.
Right.
You're injured by then. Like that's why I'm trying to understand how Larry Fitzgerald stayed healthy so long. What was this man doing? It's like this man like 97 and still healthy.
You rarely see Larry hurting. It just sucks that he not going to get the championship ring because he's one of them guys you want to see get a chip because he stayed with one team the longest. Like he got to go, but Arizona could not beat Pittsburgh that year.
Mm-hmm.
But Von Miller to the Rams. Do this make the Rams defense better? Does the Rams now since they got a Von Miller? Are they in the driver's seat to win a Super Bowl?
Like I said earlier, if they don't make the Super Bowl, it was for nothing. It was for nothing because there's no way you had one of the top. They're 7-1, maybe 8-1. If you got one of the best offenses, now you got one of the best, damn near the best defense. Now there should be no excuses. No excuses ever. They got a top corner, top linebackers, top front line. It feels like the Niners defense the year we went to the Super Bowl. It feels like that type of defense. Since I feel like it's that type of defense, they should go all the way. Because I feel like this. The Rams and the Cardinals making the playoffs. My Niners not making the playoffs this year. I know they're not. I ain't even gonna sit up here and act like I'm biased. No. If we could win about 5 to 6 games straight, we might got a chance for a wild card. But I don't see that happening. But like I said, if the Los Angeles Rams make it to the playoffs, at least at the number 1 seed, I don't see nobody. I don't see number 1 or 2. I don't see nobody beating them. I don't see nobody beating them. Not even the Bucks. The Bucks defense.
Ramsey in the back, Ramsey in the secondary. You got Aaron Donald coming from one way and Von Miller coming from another. That's ridiculous, right there.
That's like cheating. That's like cheating your team on Madden.
That's just crazy, and I was just like, wow, they actually got a Von Miller, but because of his contract, they only paying him $700K for the rest of the season, and then next year hopefully they can sign him to a big contract because the Rams obviously don't care about draft picks. They just like F draft picks. We don't need them.
They trying to win now.
Matthew Stafford is not a bad quarterback. I keep telling people. He just needed to change the scenery. Yes, Damien, the Cardinals still beat him. Any given Sunday though.
Yeah, I got Matt Stafford on my work league, so he's starting. I'll be using him, and the crazy part about I got the Rams defense on my work league too.
And I think Cooper Kupp is a better receiver now. I don't.
He's an elite receiver now. He
just needed that quarterback. You still got Robert Woods is dangerous. Henderson is dangerous. The Higbee's still good at the tight end. They got weapons for the Rams. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think what made them make that trade though. Like, cause Jared Goff not a bad quarterback. Don't get me wrong, because he took that team to the Super Bowl. You gotta think about it. He took that team to the Super Bowl without a Von Miller and all that other stuff. So I feel like if Jared Goff could take them to the Super Bowl with the team he had, there should be no reason why they can't make it now.
But you got to remember, the Rams lost because they shouldn't have been in that Super Bowl. Should have been the Saints, and the Saints would have beat the Patriots that year, and Drew Brees would have left then.
But you have noticed when it comes down to the line, the Saints always lose for some odd reason. They just lose. For some odd reason, they just can't get past the NFC Championship for some odd reason.
The NFL guys don't want them. The NFL does not want to see the Saints in another Super Bowl. I don't know why.
They said, Drew Brees, you got your ring. Y'all done.
Right. He should, because if to guarantee you that it would have been a better game between the Patriots and the Saints, because that game was just boring. That was the most. I think that's one of the most boring Super Bowls I've ever seen in my life.
For some odd reason, it seemed like when the Super Bowl happened and Tom Brady in it, for some odd reason. It's like the floodgates open up for this man in the second half for some odd reason. It's like the first half you can play. So like with the Falcons game, it's like they working the Patriots all of a sudden now. And these grown men could barely even get a first down in the second half.
Coach now, but that was Shanahan's fault. Shanahan's fault.
Even still, y'all can't get 10 yards.
Right.
The Jets could get 10 yards. Like anybody could get 10 yards. Right. It's like they barely 3 and out. Can't even get 10 yards. A whole half. I've never seen nothing like that in the Super Bowl in a day of my life. Even though the Rams ain't scored, they was moving the ball.
Right.
But y'all was up 28-3. Y'all ain't even get a field goal. Right. Not even 2. That's how I knew. That's what I officially knew. The NFL is set up for Tom Brady. I've never seen a Super Bowl that lopsided when the second half one team could not do nothing. I've never seen that. Not even in basketball.
I was watching it at your crib, at your mama's house back. I had the house, and I was leaving. And I was like, "Oh, the fix is in, ladies and gentlemen." After that, they got one. I was like, "Oh, here comes the fix. Here comes the fix right now." So,
open the door. Sorry, y'all. I'm at work too. I had to open this. I'm back.
But I'm like, the fix is in. There's no way you go up 28-3 and then you lose.
Are you ready? No. You all at 11? Yep. Sorry about that. I'm at work, so sorry about that.
No, you good. We good. But the Rams are the front runner now. Definitely adding the Von Miller to beef up that defense. Jameis Winston is officially out for the season. Tore his MCL and his ACL. Now we was underestimating the Rams. I mean the Saints, because their record actually isn't bad.
Yeah, they 5-2, right?
They're 5-2. NFL's always been rigged for Brady. Where the hell y'all been at?
No, I know this, but like when I was saying, like, even the other Super Bowls, other teams in the second half had actually scored on the Patriots. That was what I'm saying is the first time I've ever seen a team that was up on the Patriots in the Super Bowl and then couldn't do nothing in the second half. That's what I mean. That's when I knew officially. Like, I knew they love Tom Brady. That's when I knew officially that the league was totally made for Tom Brady. Once he leave, The league is up for grabs.
Yeah. There's gonna be somebody in the NFL gonna carry it to you. Go like, okay, who's the next longest QB after that? All right, who we gonna protect?
That's why I'm kind of mad. Andrew Luck got his injuries so bad because I wanted him. Andrew Luck was coming.
Yeah,
he was coming. He was going to take the coach somewhere. He was coming. They just had to put the right pieces around him. But once he got hurt, that shoulder injury killed him.
And then he came back, got comeback player of the year, took him to the playoffs, and then after that, he was like, "I'm done."
Yeah, and just left. I
kind of don't blame him because he was getting sacked like crazy. He didn't have an offensive line, and now there's the line there. It'd have been crazy. I was reading something that said Phillip Rivers is open to come to the Saints. What do you think? If that was to happen, how would that be for Phillip Rivers with the Saints?
I feel like because Michael Thomas coming back, Michael Thomas still coming back this year.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Michael Thomas.
If Michael Thomas comes back, that'll be a great fit because then Phillip Rivers will have a real weapon to throw to. Because you got Kamara, but you can't put all the load on Kamara.
Well, Mark Ingram's there now.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. Kamara is more of a receiving back.
I mean, they don't have Michael Thomas, but they still are winning.
Yeah.
And their defense is pretty good. You got Jenkins back there, Lattimore, Cam Jordan still dominating on that line. I mean, we just overlooked the Saints because we just read them off, talking about Tampa Bay is going to win. They was winning with Jameis left. But no Taysom Hill, who is your slash. He does everything on the field. He's your offensive weapon, defensive weapon. He punts, he kicks, he does it all. But he's hurt. So they down to their third string, Trevor Siemian, who I didn't think was still in the league. You haven't seen Trevor Siemian since the Denver days, the Jets days.
He played a good game.
He came in and did what he had to do. He had 159 yards. I think he 16 for 29 or something like that. But he went in there and balled out, and they beat the Bucks. So that's saying a statement coming in, beating the champs. I mean, Brady had time left, but he got that pick six, and that sealed the deal.
I'm trying to think, how many did he throw? 2 or 3?
I think he threw 2.
I'm not ever using the Bucks defense ever again. The last 2 times I used them, the last time it was negative 3 points, and this time I think it was 1.3 or 3 points, something like that. If it wasn't for Josh Allen, Deebo Samuel, and a couple other players, you would have killed me. Like bad. Because I had to do Gainwell, and I got like a point and a half from him. I just had to find another running back because I got Kenyon Drake, and he's off. So he was bye week, so I couldn't use him. Then I had to find somebody. Then everybody I was looking at, Gainwell had the most points that was supposed to get average, so I picked him.
If I would have put in Tyler Lockett, it would have been a wrap because he was on my bench.
Yeah, I don't know what tight end boy you had, but he didn't get no points.
Mo Ali Cox. I was mad about that. He at least get a catch. Like, he didn't get thrown to at all.
Yo, you should have seen how I was watching this Chiefs game. I said, okay, when Kelsey first got the first catch, I said, all right, bet. Yeah, he gave me 1.3 points. I said, all right, bet. I just need 2 more points. I said, give me 2.5 points, and I got it. I'm looking at this game. I'm like, this man didn't get a catch yet. He didn't get a catch yet. I'm like, not even a red zone touchdown, no nothing. Then I cut the game. I come back. I said, oh, I won.
What put you over was that little shovel pass.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, no. No.
Like, yes. I was like, finally.
That game was close. If y'all don't believe me, look. It's right here. I played Tayrock in fantasy. Look how close he beat me. Look at this. Look at this. So that little 4.7 did you justice. I'm like, damn it, Kelsey.
I beat Jake by 2 points.
Wow.
All my games be tight. All my games be tight. But how do you feel about Jalen Hurts and them Eagles right now? Do you feel like the Eagles need another quarterback, or they should just give him another year to see what he does?
I mean, you can't write off Hurts. You gotta let him play. You gotta let him play. You gotta remember he's still a rookie. He's only playing. It's only his 11th start. I mean, it's only his 11th, 12th start because you gotta figure he started 4 games last year they put him in, and then he's a full starter this year. You can't write him off. Still think you need the coaches to develop him. He's not get him from being shotgun, put him under center where he belongs, and run the ball. You see what happened. I know it's the Lions. We should beat the Lions. But what happens? We ran the ball. He ran the ball. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't throw all that great. He still has some learning to do with his throws and overcutting and knowing when the timing and everything. That will come as experience will come. He will be fine. But we not Eagles fans ready to write off Hurts, and I'm not ready to write off Hurts yet.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I think he would have been great in 49er offense because he's mobile, and the way Kyle Shanahan works with mobile quarterbacks, that type of offense that he had, that'd have been perfect for us because you got the RPO. That's why I can't wait for Trey Lance to really, really get inside that offense because I feel like my 49er offense can be so dynamic once Trey Lance really takes over. Garoppolo, I'm not giving up on him just yet because he showed me something. If he could prove he could do it for the next couple of weeks, I'm not going to write him off just yet. But my defense, y'all suck. Y'all suck. And I said, I'm sad to say that. Y'all suck because this is the worst 49er defense I've seen in the last 5 years. Even when the offense sucked, the defense always played. Even though when Fred Warner was there by himself, even though people act like they didn't know who my guy was, who was Fred Warner, because I actually have a T-shirt that says that now.
Oh, there you go.
With the NFC Championship on it at that time. But I feel like he don't get his credit. I don't feel like he don't get his just due sometimes. He's one of the best linebackers in the game. I feel like they cater to like the back, like the linebackers that's already known. Don't get me wrong, they give him his flowers in the game, but when they talk about top linebackers, he don't really get mentioned too much, and I don't understand why. Like he comes up in the biggest times when in the biggest parts of the games, and people don't understand that.
No, Damian, no.
Oh, this guy's on everybody's live. He just everywhere. I think he'd be waiting for us to go live because I think he'd just be ready to talk. He'd just be ready. He'd be sitting there all day like, which one of them going live today? So I could just jump on.
But do you think they keep Trevor Siemian or do they go out and get a quarterback? Do you think they call Cam Newton?
I wouldn't mind. I think Cam would be all right with the Saints. I can actually see that. I can actually see Cam Newton with the Saints. I feel like him going to the Saints with a team that can actually move the ball, that will help him out. Because you got to think about it. When he was at Carolina, they actually still had a run game at a point.
Mm-hmm.
When you give Cam a run game, his offense is better because he don't have to rely on passing the ball 30, 35 times.
Right.
What he had to do in New England, he had a little running game, but he had to throw the ball majority of the time.
Right. And you know New England not known for the running backs.
Yeah. Because you got to think about that's how Andy Reid offense is. He's like 75% rushing and the rest is 75% passing and the rest is rushing. Mm-hmm. Like he feels as though the passing game opens up for the running game. Right. So I'm like, I'm about to walk into the conference office with all this noise. But I feel like as long as they can establish a run, I feel like if Cam's there, as long as they can establish a running game, everything else will be fine. Because Cam can actually get the ball down the field if he needs to, and if he doesn't, he can get out the pocket. So, and he's a tall quarterback, so he can see the defense. It ain't like he's somebody that's just coming into the league. He's actually been in the Super Bowl, so it's just like I don't think Cam is washed up. I just think he needs the perfect scenery.
Right.
Because when he was in college, he was in Florida. It wasn't perfect for him. When he went to Auburn, it was the perfect offense for him. The perfect offense for him. Because that's when they won a national championship. You put Cam in the right offense, he will succeed.
This is true.
Just don't come into the interviews looking like Mary Poppins.
Damian said Cam don't care about the media. I mean, football, he cares about fashion and the media.
No, I won't say that because if that was the case, look at Russell Westbrook.
Lord. You're not going to talk about Russ.
He wearing dresses. I'm sorry. Anybody, listen, I don't know whatever community y'all in. I'm not hating on nothing, but what I'm saying is that man should not be in no dress. I'm sorry. That ain't no fashion. That's not fashion for a man. A dress is not fashion for a man. I'm sorry. I can't condone that. I will not condone any man that's in a dress. Now, if you're acting like Madea or something, I can't get mad because you're acting. That's not what you wear outside of that. I've never seen Tyler Perry in a dress when he's not Madea. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're coming to these games in dresses and all this other stuff with taking pictures. And no. Cam Newton ain't putting no dress on. He just came out looking like Mary Poppins. He had the little scarf around his neck. Cam ain't wearing no dresses, though.
And he looked like the yellow man from Curious George.
Yeah, he looked like him. I already look like him than having on a dress. Even though you got a wife and a kid, my wife wouldn't, man, if I got a wife, my wife better not let me walk out no door with no dress on. She better slap me where I'm at, talking about what's wrong with you.
Can't audition in the next Big Mama. I can't, you, Damien.
Yeah, but for the most part, I think the Saints should give Cam a workout, give him a shot, see what he could do. I feel like if it don't work out, like I say, you still got Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, because I don't know who else other than Cam Newton is out there that can get a workout. I don't know who other quarterbacks are out there besides Cam.
That's worth it. Where's Case Keenum?
Cleveland.
That's a good little pickup because he can actually play. He actually took Minnesota. He actually had Minnesota in the playoffs.
He did. The Eagles beat him in NFC Championship game.
Yeah, actually they beat the Saints on that miracle play.
All they had to do was tackle Stephon Diggs. But so Watson decides to stay put. So what happens from here with Deshaun? Like, do you think he's going to play? Like, we don't even know what's going on with his case. Like,
I don't think he's going to play a down in the NFL till next year. I think nothing's going to happen till next year.
He's still going to be the same. He's still going to be running for his life. They didn't do nothing with the offensive line. I mean, their defense is up and coming. Like, they got Brandon Cooks. They, the running game, because Davis Mills is not it. He's definitely not it. But that was the news that I have. Calvin Ridley just came out and said, he's taking a break to get his mental health. Now, I know, especially, no shout out now, no taking jabs to guys. When it comes to mental health, I don't know what it is if y'all just don't want to say anything or y'all think y'all ashamed, but we see a lot of guys in the NFL are coming out, saying that they're dealing with the depression and anxiety. Lane Johnson was one of them. Okay. Brandon Brooks is another. Now Calvin Ridley, saying he's taking a step away from it. What do you say about the mental health? It's good that you should take care of it because if you ain't got your mental, you don't do anything. But what do you think about the NFL and the mental health?
I feel like this. Even as men, period, us men don't talk about our mental situations because as a man, you're told to suck it up, keep it moving. You're emotional. You acting like a female. Like that's what we're told in this society. That's why a lot of men don't really express how they feel about a lot of situations, and then people find out when it's too late. So I'm like, okay, I feel like if you got to do it now, do it now. But I would feel like start taking care of it in the off season when you have the time to really take care of it, not in the middle of a season when the season has already started. Like it's even though it is a lot of pressure being a professional athlete, but have that situation started before the season starts so you can have your mental right for the season, because if you don't have your mental right for the season, you're not going to perform right. And that's just how I feel like that's my honest opinion, because with any position you're playing in professional sports, if your mental's not there, you're not going to perform. I don't care if it's basketball, baseball, boxing, football, hockey. If your mental is not there and you can't think, and once you can't think, your play is not going to follow. If you can't think, you have to be able to think. Okay, boom, this next play coming up, I know what's going on. If your mental not right, you're going to be out of it. You're not going to run your routes the same way. You're probably going to drop a couple passes because your head not in the game. That's like I said, even with basketball, if your mental not in, you're going to be breaking shots, missing free throws, not playing defense, is fouling for dumb reasons. And in any sports, as long as you're a professional athlete, if your mental's not right, I don't see you playing 100%.
I still think it should be mandatory for every player, whether you're NFL, MLB, hockey, boxing, don't matter. I still think it should be mandatory at least once a month to talk to a therapist. Talk your feelings, talk to wherever you got to get out. I think everybody would feel just so much better. I think it should, just be mandatory for you to at least see a therapist at least once a month. Or, when you got some downtime or you're not practicing or a day or, y'all, practicing and you done early, I think you should talk about it.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. I'm coming right back. I just had to send this out real quick. Hold on.
But that's what I think about the mental health. I know it's a big topic. Now it's starting. It's not common. Athletes are not going to get shamed for it. Maybe they're ashamed to come out for it. But I think they're good for it. And we got Coach Donte in the building up here changing stuff.
What's good? My bad, y'all. My bad. That's on me. That's on me. I think I've been thinking it's too late, so I just went on panic, did the Rockets game, but now I'm up. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Let's get right. I'll do a game after we do with this. So let's go. I'm ready. What we talking about?
What's going on, Donte? You didn't hop in at the last second. But no, we were just talking about some random news that's going on. The whole Henry Ruggs thing. Melvin Ingram to the KC.
Yeah.
Von Miller. Does Von Miller make the Rams a better defense, and are they Super Bowl bound now?
Oh yeah, man. I think Von Miller makes them guys a legit defensive line, man. I mean, you got Aaron Donald, man, already on the defensive tackle position, dominate, taking on two guys, and you got Von Miller on the other side of the football. Then you got Jalen Ramsey shutting down his other side of the field. That's a dominant defense, man. That defensive line, that defense as a whole is scary, man. So again, happy for Von Miller that he gets a chance to win him another Super Bowl, but that is a scary defensive line to play in that division for the Cardinals, 49ers, and I mean that's scary defensive line, man. Aaron Donald, and you got Von Miller on the same goddamn team. Man, that's scary.
I want to say this real quick.
Damien coming at your neck already. He said you was crying before you got here.
Oh, hell no. Hell, one thing I ain't going to do, let me tell you something, Damien. One thing the coach not going to do. After we take a loss, you will see me again. But guess what? You can't talk because you can't get out of the first round of the playoffs. So you can't talk. You lost to the team that knocked you out. You can't talk. But now Coach Donte going to be fine, man. I'm just happy.
What's funny?
It is the bottom of the seventh. The Braves are up 7-0. Again, the Braves about to win the championship. It's been a long time for the Braves since 99. So they was about due. So we about to crown them champs now, unless they can come back. But it's the top of the seventh. I don't see Houston coming back.
I love you though, Damien. Man. I love you though, man.
Oh, so hey, coach.
Yeah.
Yo, since you've been here, I can say one thing. You know your sports, bro. Not so many people know their sports the way you do it. You know your sports. Like we had a lot of people come through this little team that could talk sports, but you can really talk sports. Like you can really talk it like heavy. Like I said, once I get my channel up and running, because I'm about to slow down my hours at work. When I start this basketball channel, dog, I'm going to need both of y'all on there. I mean, both of y'all. I know y'all know that.
You know some, yeah.
But another topic we was talking about before you walked up was the mental health. It was Calvin Ridley stepping down to take care of his mental health. Lane Johnson came out. That's why he was going for the Eagles for a while. Brandon Brooks, we all know he has it as well. And I'm saying, as men, y'all don't, it's a lot of pressure. Like Tayrock said, y'all were taught to don't cry, keep things balled up. What do you think about this mental health situation and how it's going down in the league?
I mean, I was seeing Tayrock want to go, but I didn't want to.
Oh, he already went.
No, I spoke on. I was basically just saying, like us growing up as men, we was told to suck it up, don't cry, don't really speak about your feelings, different things like that. So I feel like if you're an athlete, start that process in the beginning of the season, so it don't messes with your play. Yeah, that's where that's basically what I'm saying.
By me being a coach myself, and I coach 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, and I kind of talk to them in a nice way. Because you never know, some guys, people might have mental health issues. They may have a mental issue, period, inside their head. So that's why I try my best to come up and explain to them what they did wrong or how they do it. Because, I mean, that means a lot to some people, man. You can be yelling at somebody or talking to somebody, but like I say, some people cannot take that as a whole. We know Ben Simmons can't take that shit. We know Ben Simmons mental health. We know he can't take nothing mentally at all. But like I say,
ain't nothing wrong with him. But I mean, that's another story.
Ben Simmons is the definition of light-skinned Keisha. He's a female.
Yeah,
he's a female.
Ben Keisha.
Ben Keisha. Yeah,
you talk to people sometimes, but like it's good. I mean, if Calvin really got mental health issues, I mean, I wish for the best of him, man, so he can. Take care of whatever he got going on, because that's a great football player, man. That's a great wide receiver. He just scratching on the surface last year. And I mean, mental health is a huge important, man. How you talk to people, how you motivate people, and that's a huge issue, man. Because I got kids on the team, on my flag football team, that has mental health issues. So I have to calmly talk to them the right way, and explain to them what they did wrong and what. And how give them confidence, because that's a very important thing, man.
Most definitely.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty of these topics here. Should OBJ be traded, and is he utilized enough in the Browns? And if he should be get traded, where do you think he should go?
49ers. I feel like he'd be a great fit with Debo. Be honest with you, OBJ and Debo on opposite sides. That's a great, because for we don't really have nobody on the other side. Ayuk, okay, cool, but he shows flashes, and Kittle injury prone. Even though OBJ injury prone, it will help the offense more with another star wide receiver. I'm just being biased on that one. I can see him on a lot of different teams. I just had to put that one out first. The Eagles could use all three of our teams could use him for real. If he if he could get back to a team and play at the OBJ like the Giants, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
And Kevin Stefanski even came out and said, we need to utilize OBJ more. I feel like he could never get that because Jarvis Landry was there. And Baker Mayfield always threw to Landry. I'm like, OBJ be open. Like, throw it to him. Like, do you think they need to utilize him more?
Of course, they should.
Yep, of course. I mean, he used to be a superstar in this league. He used to be a number one receiver. Man, this guy still can catch if he has opportunities. But what I think will be a good fit if he's traded traded anywhere. I think Green Bay on side of Donte Adams, Aaron Rodgers. They may change Aaron Rodgers' mind. They do need a secondary receiver.
That's like sending him to the Rams. That's like cheating again.
I mean, but you had Randall Cobb emerge because there was no Devontae Adams. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Cobb have three? He had 3 touchdowns against the Arizona. Yep. So I mean, he still got something to take if he stays healthy. But I can see OBJ going to Green Bay.
I mean, think about Devontae Adams. This year, I think they already came out and said they're not paying him the money. It's a possibility if you get OBJ with Aaron Rodgers, and that might make Aaron, and it depends on how OBJ plays for the Packers. That may keep Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams back to stay with that guy. Then you got Randall Cobb in the slot. Got a great running back in Aaron Jones. You got a pretty competitive defensive front and defensive line. Sedarius Smith, Preston Smith. I mean, Green Bay could be a very good team, a scary team to play with OBJ in that lineup.
I don't know how long this show be on, but I know what time the show actually. Well, how long do y'all do the show?
Probably a little bit before 11:30. 12 o'clock is the latest.
Okay, because what I have to do now, I'm about to get off. I've been
Okay.
at work since 2 o'clock. I want to come on. I've been off since like the beginning of the show. I'm gonna let Coach take over on my part. But Tuesday nights, I would definitely be on all the time. Shout out to everybody on the Spotlight
All
Sports
right.
Talk. Shout out to Coach Key in the building.
Shout
Tayrock
out to
talking
you,
sports. I
man.
holler at y'all. I holler at y'all when next time I'm on. Everybody be safe.
Later.
Peace
All
out.
right. All right. Yes, sir.
All right, Dante. So, yeah, of course, we know Derrick Henry, he's gone. So, does this bury
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee's Super Bowl chances?
I think it does. I think it kind of hurts them because that's the main thing they do. They revolve around the run game. Their specialty is the run game. Now you got to rely pretty much on Ryan Tannehill. You got to pretty much he got to pretty much beat teams with his arm. Now since you ain't got that stud in Derrick Henry, and that kind of change up the way the Tennessee Titans wants to play. The defense is not really good. They're not really good. Now you got to rely on AJ Brown, Julio Jones to step up a lot, but the pressure is definitely on Ryan Tannehill. So I think it kind of hurts their Super Bowl chances a little bit. I think they're going to be a very good team still. But don't be surprised if the Colts get hot, and feed off that Derrick Henry not being there. Don't be surprised if the Colts come up and get hot. But
You
Ryan
don't think
Tannehill is going to be a
Adrian
lot of
Peterson
pressure
gonna
up
be
on
a
him.
factor? You don't think Peterson gonna be a
Nah, I
factor?
don't think I don't. Nah, No, not really. I think he's gonna get some looks, but I don't think Adrian Peterson will be a factor too much. I think Derrick Henry. You still need Derrick Henry in that lineup, man, because it's hard to tackle that dude. And that dude was on the MVP type level, man, before he got hurt. So it's unfortunate, man. But I think it's gonna be a lot of pressure on Tannehill to beat teams with his arm, and AJ Brown and these Julio Jones to get open, and his defense got to start making some plays.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I still do have Tennessee still winning that division. They
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they probably won't get past the first round. Because Derrick Henry is the team because Julio can't stay
Yeah.
healthy. You can't always rely on Brown, like you said. You gotta Tannehill. Gotta rely on his arm.
Mm-hmm.
He can run a little bit when the lane is open. Tannehill will take off. Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
so
Yeah.
don't sleep on Tannehill's feet. But I don't think Tennessee's going to get out the first round. Even though I know AP still got some juice left in them. I thought they was going to go out and get a Marlon Mack.
Oh, he wants to get away from Indianapolis too. Marlon Mack would be good too. Marlon Mack would have been good too.
So I thought they slept. Tennessee slept and not getting a Marlon Mack. But it's probably going to go to Kyler Murray.
Yep.
I would give it to Kyler Murray. I don't know who right now. It's a toss up who will get MVP, but Kyler Murray is definitely in the MVP talks.
Or you can look
Right
at Matthew Stafford. You can't
now.
forget
Mhm.
about Matthew Stafford. He's going to be up there as well. Matthew Stafford is going to definitely be up there as well.
Now we all know the Jets. The Jets broke a lot of people's betting last week, losing money because everybody picked the Bengals and not the Jets. So should the Jets stick with Mike White, who didn't look bad last week, over 400 yards? I didn't know who the boy was. Like I said, I don't know nobody on the Jets. I don't think anybody knows anybody on the Jets besides Zach Wilson. Do you think they should stick with White and when Zach Wilson comes back, or do you put Zach Wilson back in?
I mean, it depends on values. Zach Wilson. We all know that Zach Wilson was not. Zach Wilson was not playing very good this year. But like I say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Like I say, let this guy play. If he's hot and you feel good about him, let this guy play, man. So again, man, I believe you gotta let him play. He played great against the Bengals, who I believe was the number one seed. Was if I'm right in the A, if I'm the number one seed, they would hottest team in the AFC. Now the Jets got 2 wins that we didn't expect. You remember we had them losing against Tennessee. All of a sudden
Mm-hmm.
they shock us in overtime. Now Everybody and their mama picked Cincinnati. All of a sudden, they brought fraud out of Cincinnati. All of a sudden, and now, like I say, let the guy play. Just let the guy play. The guy played well against Cincinnati. Let the guy play. Let Cincinnati Zach Zach Wilson sit on the bench, and maybe if White Star struggle, you can bring back in Zach Wilson. But if they say Zach Wilson is the guy, regardless coming back in coming healthy, then you put him out there. You put him out there. Right now, White is hot. White is hot. Keep him out there. Let him work and see what you got out of him.
All right, so this has been a topic for years now with Minnesota. Minnesota, it just seems like Minnesota can't win with Kirk Cousins. It's a time. It's a time to move on from Kirk. Captain Kirk has sailed the Enterprise. Is it time for him to move on? Is it time to move on from Kirk Cousins?
Yes, I think it's time for you to move on from Kirk Cousins. He can't win any type of big games when you need him. When you need him to win. Minnesota. Speaking of a fraud team, Minnesota is kind of a definition of a fraud team. When you expect them to lose against a team like you can say you can expect them to lose against Tampa Bay. They're the type of team that'll sneak up on you and beat a team like that. But when it's a team you're supposed to beat, like a Cincinnati or New Orleans or something, they'll figure out a way to lose that game. But Kirk Cousins, I mean, he's a pretty decent quarterback, but he cannot win you a big game when you need a big game. When you need him to go out there and get a win, he cannot be relied on to make a play when you need him to make a play. It's just that type. Kirk Cousins, that type of quarterback. He's just like one week he's on, and the next week he turns into spoil milk all of a sudden. But I think it's time for to move on for Kirk Cousins. I think it's time to go into another direction. He can't
Like,
win you a big game.
do you go in a draft for a QB or do you try to get someone for free agency over there?
You want to get someone in free agency, but again, if you have to rebuild, I mean, you just do it from now. You just rebuild and get you another quarterback. But I'd rather for them to go in free agency. I'd rather for them to do it in free agency. That's probably the best thing for them they need to do. But I don't know how high would they be picked in the draft to get one of those top quarterbacks, trade up or something to get one of those top quarterbacks with that dude from Liberty who I really like Malik. Forgot him from Liberty. He's pretty decent quarterback. So I think it's time to move on from Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, because I mean, they don't have bad weapons. I mean, you got Dalvin Cook, got Justin Jefferson, got Thielen over there, and those guys over there. It's just I don't think Kirk can do it. Is Jimmy G off the hot seat now? He did play decent with Chicago. Do you think he's off the hot seat now, or he's still on the hot seat?
I think he's still on the hot seat. Regardless what Jimmy G do this year, I think he's going to be out. I think this is his last year. I think Trey Lance is going to take the reins. That's already been talked about. I think Jimmy G still can help a team win. I think he still can help a team out. He did nothing but winning since he arrived in San Francisco. No matter if he's been a game manager or whatever, I think this is his last year. No matter what happens, no matter how hot he played, I think Trey Lance is going to be the quarterback next year.
Okay. Jimmy G could possibly go to a Minnesota. He can go to a Minnesota. I mean, he got weapons. He got weapons over there. So I mean, it wouldn't make much of a difference. Now, are the Bills to beat? Is the team to beat in the AFC?
You said are the Bills to beat team to beat in the AFC?
Are the Bills the team to beat in the AFC?
The team to beat in the AFC. Right now, I'm gonna have to go yes. I think they're a team to beat in the AFC. With Tennessee losing Derrick Henry, I was thinking they were the team to beat in the AFC with them beating the Colts, and if they still having Derrick Henry, I was thinking them the Chiefs struggling to score points all of a sudden. Cincinnati with the fall all of a sudden to the New York Jets. So I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC right now. I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC right now. If I'm speaking, they're the best team in the AFC right now. The way everything is kind of flowing.
Definitely, I can see them being a team to beat in the AFC. Yeah, I can definitely. They're complete. They got the weapons. Got Josh Allen. He can throw the ball. He can also run the ball. Got the two-headed running backs there in Singletary and Zach Moss. Got Cole Beasley. Got Stephon Diggs over there. You got Dawson Knox as the tight end. Definitely on the defensive side of the ball. They're sound.
You
So I
said
think
the
they could.
Ravens. You said he. Damian said the Ravens and the Bills are the team to beat. I don't too much. I don't too much trust in the Ravens, man. They. I don't too much trust in the Ravens too much. I can't too much trust in the Ravens in playoff situation. You just can't trust the Ravens. I would rather rely on the Buffalo Bills than Baltimore. At this point.
Because you don't because you it's you some because you know what the Lamar is going to do. Like he's either going to run or
Yes.
he's got to sit there and throw. Is Brian
Yeah.
Flores on the hot seat in Miami? Do you think this? Do you think they're going to let him go?
Possibility depends on the record after the season, but I still believe in Ryan Flores. I still think he can be a good coach in this league. Tua has not been healthy. Will Fuller is never healthy. Jalen Waddle has struggled. That offensive line is not good. Devontae Parker is an underrated receiver, but I haven't heard too much from him. The whole team has been a struggle. It's been a mess in Miami so far. So again, I will hold on. I will give Ryan Flores probably one more year. But if this record get too far out of hand, they don't finish with a good solid finish, then I can see them kind of moving on and giving up on Ryan Flores.
Okay. Yeah, like this last year, the Miami team, everybody was high on because they did come in, they compete. It was like,
Yeah.
okay, this team definitely gonna be okay. And then this season, Tua goes down. We got Brissett, like you said, and then they got a young a young running back in Gaskins to catch out the
Yep.
backfield. He's a good runner. Tua, he can't stay healthy. Can he stay healthy as the years progress? They was talking about shipping him out.
Yeah.
Bringing in a
Yep.
Watson,
Watson.
but we all know Deshaun's not going anywhere in Houston. But
Yep.
can they possibly bring someone else in? Could they take trade for someone? We don't know.
Yep.
But like you said, we got to see how the end of the season goes to see where these coaches are on the hot seat, where they stay. But we don't know. But we'll see if Miami could win some more games or surprise people. But I think Flores he may be on the hot seat there.
Yeah. Hot. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on, Brendan? So the Patriots beat the Chargers. Is that a big deal? Is that a big deal? Is big time win?
I think I would say it's a big deal, but I don't think it would help the Patriots' chance of getting anywhere. But if I'm the Chargers, like I said, I have to be skeptical about them again. Justin Herbert has not played well. This defensive line really can't get to the quarterback like that. I question their defense can stop anybody. I know I gotta expect their offense can get back on point as soon. But I think this Chargers team still a good football team. I just think the Raiders are the best team in the AFC West. Got to get them credit right about now. They're playing the best football out of anyone in that division. So they're the best team in the AFC West division, no doubt about that. But I don't think it's. I think it's a pretty big deal anytime when you beat a team that is good as that's the Chargers. Also, the Chargers have been struggling the last 2 weeks. But then again, would it help the Patriots' cause of winning this division and beating Buffalo? I don't think it would. But it is a pretty. I would say it's a pretty respectable and solid win for the Patriots.
Yeah, it was definitely because I of course I put my pick against the Chargers, and look what happened. They lost. Mac Jones did pretty good that game.
Yeah.
So shout out to the 27-24. Definitely was a close game. Mac Jones had 18 for 35, 218. He didn't have no touchdowns, but it was all Harris got a touchdown. So it was pretty much field goals. It wasn't really much going. That's why I'm saying the Chargers definitely should have beat them. They didn't really have no offensive game. For the Chargers to lose, I'm just like, oh no. So Raiders are cursed right now. They're not that cursed. Okay.
Quit hating, Damien. Hey, Coach Spotlight.
They not cursed. It's just the circumstances that happen. They'll still be okay. They just got to get that speedy receiver. They got to use more of Bryan Edwards. They still going to. Remember in the very beginning of the show, we was breaking down the divisions. We said the Chiefs was going to win this division, or did we say the Chargers? I forget. But we didn't have. No. I didn't even have the Raiders in first place. I had them third.
We had them third.
Now look at
it.
They making me eat the words. Yeah. So I think they're going to win that division because of how Kansas City's playing. Yeah. And you don't know what the Chargers are going to do. They up and down there. One week they're good, and the next week they slide off, they fall off. So we don't know. And then plus we don't know any given Sunday. You never know if the Eagles play like they did when it gets Detroit. They might beat the Chargers, but I don't see it. But the Raiders right now are the AFC West favorites. They are the favorites to come out that division. The defense is great. You got Max Crosby, and then Gakwe over there is killing it. Derek Carr, top 10 in the league in passing. So he's top 10 QB. Everybody's blaming Carr. Carr ain't this, Carr ain't that. Carr's a
top 10 quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback in the league. Top 6 quarterback in the league. Top 7. Goddamn, get that man his respect. The man is a top 6, top 7 quarterback in the goddamn league. His whole, pretty much after his second year. Now people want to tell him, rip him and say he's not good. He's not good. Look who he lost to, man. The man been a top 10, top 6 quarterback throughout his whole career so far, man.
He definitely would have been MVP that year when they went 12-4.
When they went 12-4, he got hurt.
If Donald Ken would have blocked for him.
Yeah, he got hurt against the Colts. I remember that. He got hurt against the Colts, and that's the year they had to play the Texans in the first round, and then they end up losing just because of Derek Carr being hurt.
So, but you can't go out and blame Derek Carr this, Derek Carr that. Derek Carr has been he's been top. He's been a top QB. He's been a top 10 QB for the last couple years now. So there's nothing wrong with Derek Carr at all. And like I said, now that Gruden's gone, the playbook's opened up more, and they look great for the past 2 games post John Gruden era. So they're playing pretty good.
Yep.
Are the Bengals pretenders or contenders?
At the end of the day, I know Cincinnati is a good football team, but I think they're pretenders right now, man. I say again, I still don't think they're better than like I say, they beat Baltimore the first time. They were better than Baltimore. But they can lose against Pittsburgh. I can see them blowing a game against Pittsburgh, and I can see them losing against Baltimore for the second time. So I think they're pretenders, but I still think they're a good football team. I think they're very competitive. I just don't see them being in the playoffs and being able to maintain. I think they're pretenders, but like I said, they're a young football team, man. They're very good. And like Coach Spotlight said, I definitely agree with them. The Bengals are going to be a scary team with Jamar Chase emerging and Joe Burrow, that connection emerging. I think they're going to be scary for years to come, man. But I think they're pretenders. I'm not sold on them as a playoff contender right now until I see to further notice.
Right, because last year they definitely was competing. This year was still off to they're still off to a good start. Nobody didn't think they was going to be what they are. Definitely, they get some things fixed. Maybe add another piece. They do got Joe Mixon out there. They got the receiving core. You got Tyler Boyd. You got Higgins, and definitely got a Jamar Chase with that connection. Give Barrow another weapon or so. They're definitely will go ahead and make some noise. Do they win that North? I think they win that North. I think they can win the North. It's going to be a toss up between them.
I think they can compete for it. But I mean, I still like the Ravens in this division. Cleveland is struggling right now. It don't look like they're going to get out there. They're going to get out their own way. I think it's over for Cleveland. I just think it's over. When OBJ is not getting enough touches, the defense is not as good. Baker Mayfield playing on a torn labrum, which is I really thought he hurt against Houston, against my Houston Texans. He been with that torn label ever since that time. I think they're out. I think Pittsburgh still has a chance, outside chance, since the Ravens lost last week and Pittsburgh just beat Cleveland. So look out for Pittsburgh in this defensive front. They're pretty good. Mike Tomlin's gonna have his team motivated and come out ready to play every week. So Pittsburgh not out of it, but I still like the Ravens in this division.
What? The Houston is beating the Lakers right now by 2.
But they beating them by 5. That's not gonna hold up.
Uh,
That's not gonna hold up.
Let's switch over to little gears, the NBA real quick.
Yeah.
Last night against it was Boston and Chicago.
Yeah.
Boston was up 19 points. DeRozan went off 37 points. And at the end of the game, Marcus Smart called out his teammates. He called out Jaylen Brown. He called out Tatum to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Good thing or bad? Boston's lost 3 straight, mind you. Is that a good thing to call him out? Or is that something he should have did behind the scenes?
That's really something he should have did behind the scenes. But like I say, anytime you call somebody out publicly, I mean, that could be a wake-up call. That could be a wake-up call as well, man. He's letting these guys know we got to be on the same page. We got to come ready to play. And we got to do this as a team, man. That's unacceptable to be up 19 and let DeMar DeRozan go crazy. And this Bulls team is really a scary team to play. Having Zach LaVine out there, but also if you do to lose Zach LaVine somehow in the season, you still got DeMar DeRozan who can put the ball in the basket. You still got Vucevic, who's a borderline all-star type player. You still got Lonzo Ball, who's an improved shooter, a playmaker, and a defender. And you still got Alex Caruso, who won a title, who knows what it takes to get to the top. And I think this without DeMar DeRozan, if he ever to get hurt down the road, I think the Bulls will still be fine. But I mean, the Bulls are sending a message, man. We out here to play. We're here. We're gonna be a part of this division for a while. We here to take control of this Eastern Conference. We're showing Brooklyn and everybody that we will come play every single night. But Boston right now, not looking good for Boston. I had them in the top 7, I believe, in the Eastern Conference. But I think sometimes it can be good for you to call out a teammate publicly, but I'd rather for you to do it behind the scenes instead of publicly. I'd rather for you to do it. But I think it can also backfire, but I think it can be good in some type of way. Marcus Smart, just like a Draymond Green, he's an emotional leader, and if he sees something wrong, or if he sees something, he's gonna tell you how he feels. That's just simple as that. But I'd rather for him to keep it behind the scenes.
Now, right now, looking at this Eastern Conference right now, we got Miami and Chicago tied for first, 6-1. You got the Knicks playing. You got the Knicks and the Sixers are 5-2. You got Detroit, Toronto 5-3, Charlotte's 5-3, and the Brooklyn Nets is 4-3, and so is Atlanta. And you got Milwaukee at 4-4. Is there any shocker in this list that you're surprised of that's in this? I'm going to say Washington. I knew Washington was going to be good, but damn, they're 5-2.
Man,
Beal has somebody he can play with now. It's not just him by himself. He has.
I told you.
Around him.
Do you remember that round table we did have, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we did, me and Coach Spotlight, and I think we always said that I think the Wizards can be something good, but I didn't know they were going to be this good. And how many points has Kyle Kuzma averaged so far? I don't know the points. I haven't checked the points, but I said Kyle Kuzma going to have a rejuvenated season over there in Washington. He just needed a change of scenery.
15 points per game.
And what was he at last year? 9 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
See, I told you, all he needed was a change of scenery. That's all Kyle Kuzma need. Now Bradley Beal got shooters around him, and he got a guy in Kyle Kuzma that can create his own shot. Montrezl Harrell's an energy player over there, and you got the little brother, the little Holiday over there, who also can play some ball, can shoot the 3 at a high average. And the Wizards are gonna be a sneaky good team, man. They're gonna. What if they drop down? I think they're still gonna make the playoffs. I think they're still gonna make the playoffs.
Right now, Milwaukee is hurting. Middleton's out for COVID protocol. Giannis can't do it all by himself, but you see Giannis take the team on his back. The other role players got to step up. Connaughton got to step up. Drew Holiday, is he back? I know he was hurt.
No, I think he's hurt.
You got Portis, so Portis, Connaughton got to step up. DiVincenzo, those guys got to step up, but they can't if it's just Giannis. Do you think Milwaukee should try to add somebody to come and help Giannis and Middleton?
Really, if they could, I mean, I think if they get everybody healthy, I think Milwaukee's gonna be fine. But if they see something out there that they like to try to add in, they could. But I think they're gonna be fine. They just need to get these healthy bodies back. They just need Middleton right back in their hurry. I think they're still gonna be fine. I'm not panicking on Milwaukee one bit. I still think they're gonna be up there in top of the Eastern Conference division. I really still think they're gonna be up there. They just need to get Drew Holiday back right now, but it wouldn't help to get another piece to kind of help that out. To kind of help that out with Middleton does be out, but I think they're gonna be fine. I'm not panicking too much on them.
So another topic has came up. We're just talking about the fouls. Trae Young was the first one to complain about the fouls. Then you got James Harden. Is the refs to blame the how slow of a start that James Harden is doing?
No, I'm not blaming no refs. Hell no, I'm not blaming no refs. It's some games that you can blame the refs, but how if you in a 4-4 start, you 4-3 start, you want to start blaming the referees instead of going out there playing your game? What happened to the old James Harden? Though James Harden, I'm looking at it looks like that he's gained a little more weight. He's out of shape. He's not looking the same. First of all, I think the hamstring injury was a big issue. Looked like he put on a little more weight. Every time he drives by somebody, I don't see that explosiveness. And anyway, the way he plays, he always trying to get to the basket and draw a foul. Sometimes the referees are not going to call that. Sometimes you're going to have to go looking to make a shot instead of looking for a damn foul all the goddamn time. Sometimes you're going to have to start shooting a step back three like you always used to do and stop looking for a foul. The ref can't call every play. How about play some damn defense if you're Brooklyn? How about do that? Stop somebody on the damn defensive side. So I'll say again, I'm not blaming that 4-3 start on the goddamn refs. That's blasphemous for James Harden. Get out there, play your game, and stop somebody on the defensive side of the basketball. Because that's the biggest problem for the Brooklyn Nets, stopping somebody from scoring, which is something that they cannot do.
They say, what the hell's going on with Astros? They could at least go out with a run. They can't. They can at least go out with a run.
Hey, coach, the hitting stinks. The hitting stinks. The hitting stinks. The hitting stinks. The pitching, I told you that damn pitching was suspect. That damn young pitching was suspect.
Dusty Baker just can't come over the hump, can he?
He just can't get over it. He just can't get over it. He just can't get over it. Cannot get to the get over the promised land. He can get that, but he just can't get over it.
And then Trae Young, he's coming out. He was the main reason why the NBA changed the rule, because there's no way if I'm dribbling and you run into me.
Yep.
But I get a foul. But I get fouled.
Yep.
There's no way, and that's how they was getting and-1s and shooting getting free throws from behind the line, getting 3 instead of 2. Like, you'll stop and run it.
Yep.
No, like all that stopped and changed because it's not a foul and it wasn't fair. Or you kick out your foot, but the person that's not basketball. That's not what we were taught. That's not how we were taught to play the game. That's not how you play basketball. So now he's getting flustered because all these calls that he's used to be getting, he's not getting anymore. Just look at that game when the Sixers played him. He only had 15 points. He only had like 15 points. So I just feel like this rule change is getting to him and Harden because they're not getting the calls like they were getting. Just play basketball. Like, just go out there and play basketball. If you're aggressive and you go to the rack, you're going to get fouled.
Yep.
But I think that should be
I think that should be an offensive foul every time. Every time you're dribbling, you got somebody behind you, and you end up backing up and running into them, that should be an offensive foul every time, because that means the shooter is drawing the contact, not the player is behind them. The player is behind them trying to get back in position. So if you're holding the player and you're putting your arms around the player, you all of a sudden rising up with your head, that should be an offensive foul every single time. That should not be no foul on the opposing defender from trying to work to get back in position.
Or if they're trying to fight off a screen,
Yes.
it's like no, like but again with the whole Ben Simmons thing that came out now, he's saying that he's not like he's not asking for any outside help. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this man mental. He just don't want to do anything. He's trying to just trying to not play until he gets traded or whatever. I was hearing they might put him in some road games because they don't want to throw him into Wells Fargo just yet. If they do, it's going to be like a 6-game road trip we're going to have. Like, I don't believe nothing Ben got to do. Talking about something he's not talking to anyone outside. Like, it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I thought I got to die down a little bit. Ben Simmons, we haven't heard nothing for a couple of days, and then this crap comes out today about him. Like, get out of here, Ben. Mental health,
that's hilarious.
He ain't got no. He know exactly what he's
that's
doing.
Hilarious.
But we
hilarious, man.
We gotta play a tough spot tomorrow. We got Chicago. No Tobias Harris again. No Danny Green. But we did beat Dame last night, and there's another thing. Damian Lillard is he's struggling right now? Does he get out this one?
Yeah, Damian Lillard. I think he definitely gets out of the slump. He's too good of a player. He's too elite of a player to get up out of this slump. I think he does get up out of this slump. But like I say again, if I'm Damian Lillard and after this season, I might consider moving on from Portland anyway. CJ McCollum in that backcourt, I don't think that's going to work. That hasn't worked for a long time because they don't have any type of depth. They don't have any type of depth on the bench side. And I think that's always going to continue to hurt them. And again, I think he's just too good. Yes, I can see him getting up out of that slump. He's too good of a player not to get up out of that slump. Yes. He's gonna get up out of it.
He's gonna say Ben Simmons' favorite song is 99 Problems, but the Sixers ain't one.
Damn.
All right, so that is the NBA portion here. The Braves are 3 outs away from becoming the champs. I'm so happy that freaking baseball's almost over.
Oh, I'm happy it's over. Period. I'm happy.
Baseball too damn long for me.
Yeah, me and Coach fought like that and went to sleep on the stream. I ain't gonna lie. We had to eat something and they stay woke.
Baseball too. He said, "Thank God." But right now the Kings is losing against the Jazz 109-104. The Pelicans is beating the Suns 65-56. The Rockets are beating the Lakers right now 53-49. The Bucks beat the Pistons. And then the Heat.
I am happy that baseball is over. I'm sorry, I've been moderating the whole time, but
you good.
This series was not fun, Damien. Baseball is the one most boring ass sports. It's worse than just tennis and soccer. I'm sorry, it's bad.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say that, y'all. I just wanted to say that.
The series not fun, yo. The White Sox is fun.
I really did fall asleep on that.
I already know you did. I
was even though I had a bunch of Gatorades to try to keep my ass up, I was gone.
Are you staying up for this last segment, or are you still going to moderate?
What's the segment?
It's this college.
I don't want to cam up because I'm loving this setup that right now with how I did this overlay. Like I'm loving it right now.
Okay,
I don't want to mess it up.
This last bit of segment before we roll out, but I thought it'd be interesting. And again, we put this in a group chat, and then you and your brother went off. So Donte wasn't here.
Thank God my brother ain't here for that.
All right, so we got the top 6 right now.
Donte, you're going to be pissed.
College rankings.
What?
You're going to be pissed at this top 4 for the college playoff. You're going to be pissed.
Okay.
Watch this.
So number 6, they got Cincinnati. Number 5 is Ohio State. Number 4 is Oregon. Number 3, Michigan State. 2 is Alabama. Number 1 is Georgia. Do y'all agree?
How Alabama is number 2?
My point exactly.
I mean, how is there number 2? They just lost about a week ago. They already at number 2. Oregon lost to Stanford. Oregon lost to Stanford, and they already at number 4. I believe Cincinnati. What Cincinnati is at? They number 6.
Cincinnati was number 2 going
how
into
is
last
Cincinnati
week.
not in the top 4?
They not in the top
Oh
4.
my! Cincinnati.
Here's your top 10.
Wow.
Georgia, Alabama, Michigan State, Oregon, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Michigan, Oklahoma's 8, Wake Forest is 9, and Notre Dame is 10.
How is Oklahoma number 8 and they're 9-0?
They're oh my god! But they haven't been playing well either, though. But how is Cincinnati not in the top 4? Cincinnati would just
they was just number 2 going.
How did they drop 4 slots? How did they drop 4 slots? Wow! You gotta love it. You gotta love college football. Why they just won't do top 8? Why they just won't give us top 8? The top 8 seed.
Me and my
do
brother just
that?
had that whole argument in the group chat. We had that whole argument. He's an Alabama bandwagoner.
How does Cincinnati jump 4 slots below? Why is they should be
how the hell
Oregon
get in the top 4?
That's what I'm saying. They should be. I have Cincinnati over Oregon.
And Oregon is 7-1.
Oregon 7-1, but Oklahoma's 9-0.
Cincinnati's been dominant. Cincinnati's been dominant. They beat Notre Dame. They went to Notre Dame and won. And they beat Notre Dame.
This is the thing, Donte. My brother tried to make an excuse to about because Cincinnati don't have strength of schedule. But who the hell Alabama played besides Florida and Ole Miss? Nobody.
Yes. They just lost to an unranked A&M. Come on now. They just lost to unranked A&M. A&M, a team that was unranked.
They did. I'm telling you, they did these rankings dirty.
Oregon
lost dirty right now
to an unranked Stanford. Oregon lost to an unranked Stanford, and they in the top 4, but Cincinnati dropped 4 slots.
You know why they did that? Because they going off Oregon's Ohio State win. That's why they did that.
Yup.
That's why they did that. But even Ohio State, even though they lost, they on the outside looking in. But I'm still not understanding. I respect Wake Forest, but Wake Forest should be higher than 10. They're 8-0. But Oklahoma on the outside looking in, they're 9-0. They should be in the top 4.
9-0. They should be least in the top 4. Even though they struggle, they should be least in the top 4. Some of their wins ain't pretty. But how do you have Oregon over Cincinnati? And if you have Alabama, that's just like again, they're gonna make it with 1 loss, but you can't have Oregon in that over Cincinnati. Someone that went to Notre Dame and beat Notre Dame when they were undefeated. They went into Notre Dame and beat Notre Dame, and they're not in the top 4. They should be in the playoff. Cincinnati right now to this day should be in the playoff. Oregon should not be in. Or how's Alabama? They lost a week ago. How's they all of a sudden in the top 2 again? How's all of a sudden they back in the top 2? Come on now. That's not right. I don't like that. I don't like. I think Cincinnati was just gonna be
as pissed as me. I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
I thought Cincinnati should be in, man. I think Cincinnati should be in the top 4. I don't know how they go from 2 to 6 all of a sudden, and they beat an undefeated Notre Dame at home.
Two
Notre
teams
Dame
in the top 4 with 1 loss.
Yes.
I don't mind Michigan State being there because Michigan State beat Michigan.
Yes.
And they came back from 20 points down to beat Michigan. Understanding that Michigan State is deserving of the top 4, but Oregon and Alabama should not be in the top 4.
Look, this was the top 10 last week. It was Georgia, Cincinnati. It was Oklahoma, Alabama was 4. Ohio State was 5. Michigan was 6. Penn State was 7. Oklahoma State was 8. Michigan State was 9, and then Oregon was 10.
What's it? What Cincinnati was last week?
2. And Alabama was 4.
Oh my God, bro!
And Oregon was 10. Oregon was 10.
It makes me not want to stream college football anymore. It just doesn't.
You said
but we're gonna talk about it.
Hey,
Donte, make sure everybody's here for ASAP in the morning because you know Bishop is gonna have an issue with that. He's an OU fan.
Oh, you
Mr.
fan,
Bishop's
Oklahoma fan?
He's gonna have he's ASAP in the morning. Be here for it.
Yeah, I definitely gonna have an issue. I don't know how Cincinnati goes six slot down for number 2 last week, and they beat Notre Dame. Undefeated Notre Dame in Notre Dame. All of a sudden, Oregon come from 10 and they go to number 4.
How you jump from number
they
10
lost to
to
Stafford. 4? You just slide and then you over Cincinnati. Oh my God.
Somebody is having sex with somebody raw right now to have Oregon number 4. Somebody is getting done raw with no. Somebody's getting done raw with no lube with this one.
Don't disrespect Michigan State saying they're not playing nobody. They just beat Michigan. They came from 20 points.
They came down from 20 points down against Michigan.
And beat Michigan. Michigan ain't nobody. Michigan was undefeated. They were undefeated.
Michigan was undefeated.
They was number 6. They was number 6.
They was the best team in the. They was the best team in the Big Ten outside of Ohio State. They was the best team in the Big Ten.
Yes.
Child, Donte, it make me not want to do college football no more. I'm telling you, I'm letting. I told Tayrock this. I told Tayrock this. If Alabama gets to the national championship or they in the college playoff, I'm not live streaming it. I'm not. I am going to try to cancel Alabama.
I'm telling you, man. They always try to save Alabama. They always save these guys. That's how you know they won't. Even when one loss, Alabama can make. That's why you hope Georgia.
Alabama's not even that good this year. They play people like Southern. They play Southern. They play what? Southern Mississippi. They play Mercer. They play Norfolk State.
Yep.
Like they played a bum ass Miami. Now they're ranked 14th, but they was not that ranked high when you played them. Like, come on. The best 2 teams that you play out of that roster that you have right now is Florida, which Florida could have beat y'all.
Florida gave up the game, baby.
Florida gave up that game.
Then you lost to A&M. The defense got exposed.
Oh, we got new champs. The Braves are officially the World Series champs. God damn it, you damn Braves.
Congratulations to the Atlanta Braves. Congratulations to them, man. They were the better team.
Screw y'all. Screw the Braves, man. I'm a Phillies fan for life, and I don't like when they do because the Chiefs does that, and the Chiefs does it, Florida State does it, and the Braves does it. Hell to the no.
She said hell. He said hell to the no.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
Damn Braves. Y'all ain't brave of nothing.
Right? But I mean, there's really no good games coming up on Saturday. I know you got Georgia against Missouri, Ohio State against Nebraska, Wake Forest, North Carolina. All the ranked teams going against unranked teams. Auburn and Texas A&M, 2 ranked teams going against each other. But not really interesting and appealing this upcoming weekend.
The college football schedule has been lackluster the last couple of weeks.
Oh, Alabama's playing LSU.
No more night games. I haven't did no more night games.
I really hope LSU upsets them. I really hope so. Get them out the playoff right now. Be the spoilers, please.
For real. I don't know how Oregon jumped from number 10. I just don't know how Oregon jumps from number 10 all the way to number 4.
Number
10 to number 4. And Cincinnati hasn't lost. They beat some good teams on the schedule.
Kid, you posted the World Series thing on the spotlight, because if you're not, then I'll do it.
No, I did not.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm just going to post the picture. If you want to do like the real part of it, then you got that part.
What the damn cats? What are y'all running from?
I'm telling you, cats have their own brain. They're not human.
Definitely, they got the zoomies at 11:36. JD from NY is going crazy. That's his team.
Oh Lord. After he probably cussed out the WWE how NXT is.
Oh no, he said he wasn't doing NXT tonight.
Oh, screw that. Oh, he said screw that. He watching the World Series.
Yep. This is what he posted.
I watched The Heartbreak for years. People have watched me cry every year, and they were eliminated as I grew older. It was easy to digest for the first time since 1995. I am happy crying because the Atlanta Braves are the fucking World Series champions in 2021. Yo, I can't stand JD from NY. I can't stand him. He's something else, man. He is.
But there you have it, guys. We're gonna wrap this up early. We talked about our NFL, the topics. Not gonna do the picks right now because we didn't get into that. There was a lot of more topics we had to deal with, but we'll deal with the picks Sunday morning. Make sure y'all come back for the morning show. Hopefully Donte's back. He's been away from us for a couple of weeks.
Because man, that football been killing me, man. But it's almost over. We win Saturday. My little league team will be in the Super Bowl. When we lose, we out. And I'll have all the time in the world. But hey, I'll be back on Sunday morning, and I will be on the morning show on the ASAP Network with Coach Spotlight and others.
So the schedule for tomorrow is what we have right now is the ASAP in the morning, and then we have the Fadeaway NBA podcast episode 5. Donte, you need to let me know when you want to do your roundtable again because that was mad fun.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do an NFL. I said after the World Series, I was gonna do.
Well, it's NFL after the World Series, so you definitely.
Yeah, I can do it. I'm gonna get that going. Probably Monday. I want to do it on.
We're not doing the picks for Friday night on Saturday, but we do have Hammer of Hammer's House. He will be live on the Spotlight Sports Network for the UFC fight.
That's gonna be a great matchup.
Stay tuned for that.
Usman and Cody. But I appreciate everyone who's in the chat who stopped on by talking Tayrock Sports. He was on. Coach Donte came in the last second, but that's cool. We still got it done. Damien, as always, for once again, Damien, you did good. You didn't get put in the kitty corner, and you haven't said nothing
this week. You might get put into this week, but that's good. You set a record not getting put in the kitty corner, man. I'm proud of you, Damien. Even though them White Sox get put out the first round, man. So we still good.
Let me know
Damien,
when you want me
to
cue it so I can let y'all be.
But appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all come back. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Sorry, I'm eating ice. We got memberships on the network. Make sure y'all join the membership. But we see y'all in that video. Peace.
Yeah.